Hi. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year's from the Torrances, from Keith Torrance
Hey everybody.
and myself. It's been a minute since we've gone live. We have been extremely busy in 2020, the last quarter of 2020. We've been very busy. And we're really glad to be here. I always have to put on my glasses, that's my business mode, my glasses and my business security. But anyway, we just want to thank everyone for really supporting us in 2020. It's been a rough year for so many people, and we understand. Thank you, Amber, for coming in. Hi, Amber. And it's been rough for a lot of people, but we've been on a transformational journey. We've continued to keep our vision and our destiny alive and doing what we believe in and what we wanted to do. Never did we really realize what all we would do in 2020. And that's the beginning of the launch of our actual wellness platform. And I'm going to talk to people today about staying put and believing in your dreams, believing in your vision, and seeing it to a fruition. And for people to believe in yourself, you're the only one that can unlock the key to what you have going on inside. No one else inside of you knows what you have going on inside of you. Nobody can tell you what you have going on inside of you. Nobody can tell you if you're motivated, if you're not motivated. No one can tell you what you need to do with yourself better than you do. You have to go and start in your transformational journey. You have to literally believe in yourself that this is something I can do, I will do, and I'm going to do. You have to stop putting your dreams on a shelf. And I can tell you this because we're walking the talk and we're talking the talk. And I'm going to break it down to you shortly because 2020 has been a long journey for us. Hi, Lorraine. How you doing? 2020 has been a huge journey for us, and we're still on that journey. And it took me holding my head down for 4 years on a transformation. And a lot of people talked about us like, she was doing this, she had it going on, but you might have had it going on, but it may not have stayed. That industry might have been a dying industry. And it was probably time to pivot. My pivot started 6 years ago, to be honest with you, when I started learning technology and how technology worked, artificial intelligence, being invited to Google and going down, I think it was a hoax, and literally going to Google in Chicago. And that was where the journey became so big for me. And I really started thinking about what we could do with this. Hi, Kaisha. And I started thinking about what we could do with knowledge and technology and what we were doing. And then I got derailed when I became ill and I became sick, and I ended up in ICU. And they told me, okay, you either have to have radiation, or if you don't have radiation, you got to have surgery. That's the only way you're going to pull through this thing. And I just really didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do either one of those things. Then I'm telling you the journey. So if you have a journey, I want you to start. I got into plant-based wellness because I wanted to live, and I didn't want to live on medication the rest of my life. I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a zombie. I wanted my body to be as close to its natural state as possible. So what I did is I got into plant-based wellness. Then my doctor started saying, what are you doing? And long story short, I ended up not doing either one of those things, and my body reset itself. So then the CBD journey comes in. So I got into CBD. I didn't want to sell anybody else's products. I had been in network marketing. I didn't want to be in network marketing. You guys need to listen to this story. I didn't want to be in network marketing. I didn't want to do it. And so then I just wanted to be on a journey. I wanted to understand what I was doing. I didn't want to sell somebody else's dreams. I wanted to stay true to the journey I was on between technology and also between plant-based wellness, because that's what God said. Okay, I'm going to sit you down for a few minutes so that you can understand this path that I really have you on. It's not the technology, it's something else. I said, okay, so I went on this path. And I got into plant-based wellness and natural extracts and terpenes and things of that nature. And then one day we just went deeper and deeper. And here we are 20 products later. in less than 2 years with our own company, and to the point we're cutting for doctors, physicians, training people. Before we were derailed because of COVID, we had a conference booked out in Georgia with 450 people, and we were renting out the ballroom in Georgia, and people were standing in line at our booth to come and talk to us and it was a professional booth. It was people that were in business. They were in the wellness business. They were esthetician. We even had the colleges, the beauty colleges, saying if you go over and talk to them at that booth, we'll give you credits. Can you come to our college and talk and teach? Then hence came the technology. We were the first ones to put avatars in our labels that could explain our products and everything about our products. I don't even know if anybody's even doing it right now. So then you do the QR code, you just scan it, and then boom, every product has its own avatar that will explain what this product is, the natural extracts and everything that's in it, all the ingredients, explaining everything to you so that you can be educated. Then we went from there and explained, you may not understand about CBD, so we're going to help you, and we're going to incorporate artificial intelligence, so artificial intelligence can help you to understand, and this can be a training module, and this can teach people, and we can put a footprint so deep in natural wellness. And that footprint went so deep for us. Hi, Monica. I see people coming in. So that footprint went so deep. So then I started looking at more natural wellness, more products, more natural extracts. Then we ended up with an anti-aging division. Then we ended up with a division understanding how the cannabinoid system works in humans and pets, trying to understand these things. Then we went from there. The first thing we did were the tinctures. Then we did the topicals. Once we did the topicals, we said, okay, let's just go clinical grade. Let's go higher milligrams and give people more for their money. So we went from 500 milligrams to 1,500 milligrams, and giving people 1,500 milligrams for the price of 500 milligrams, because we knew that it would work for people. And we knew all we had to do is stay the course. Do what you're doing, stay the course. So then, because of all the things that I was doing in natural wellness, I decided I wanted to become a health and life coach. And then someone sat and told me, oh, you could go and get that in 30 minutes, an hour. Well, $7,000 later, here's your health coach. Here's your life coach. Because that's what it cost to be a real one, to become a real one. And so I said, oh, my goodness. So then became the platform. The health and wellness coaching platform. The next thing you know, people were talking to me and they said, well, it would be nice if more people knew about you. So then we created the actual podcast, the Auspicious Wellness, Optimal Wellness. I'm telling you about this journey just happened because I was ill and I was sick. And I'm telling you. So after that happened, it's pretty crazy. So then I started meeting people in these platforms. Hi, Renee, Happy New Year's. Rose Smith, Happy New Year's. So I started meeting people. And this was people in the division of supply in the CBD industry. And they said, listen, we want to do more with you. Whatever you're doing, we want to go with you. So then the pandemic hit. Movers and shakers started calling me. And they said, listen, we got a supply chain over here. We're landing planes over there. If anybody can do it, it would be you. We need for you to get in this with us. I said, I don't think I can handle another thing. Hi, Coco. I said, I don't think I can handle one more thing. I just can't do it. And so they was like, nah, you're coming into this, because if anybody can do it. So here we are, all of 2020 later into 2021, we have our own supply chains, landing planes. We're in Tennessee. We're in North Carolina. I'm talking about planes, warehouses, stuff being stocked. I'm talking about, I can't believe it, from N95s, isolation gowns, level 2. I'm talking about some of everything. Then hence comes overseas to say, we want to get in bed with you. I said, oh my goodness. I don't even think that I can just do anything else. And so from there, next thing happened, I started talking to procurement officers. How you doing? Is it, I can't say the name, is ALBA, Alabaro. I think I said it right. So here we come. So later on, next thing you know, I've developed a supply chain. So then I get certified with the United States government. I said all in 1 year. Now remember, people are going to put you down. They're going to talk about you. They're going to laugh at you. You got to stay the course. Whatever the course God has you on in your transformational journey, you need to stay that course. It does not matter what people think about you. It does not matter. Stay true to your dreams, your vision, and your destiny will happen. You're going to have dream stealers and dream killers that's going to come every single day. But you have to tell those people, what you think of me is not desired or required. It doesn't fit into my plan. It doesn't. This is a transformational journey. Be starting to, being able to work with procurement officers, people being able to contact you, and the government is your biggest supplier of anything. That's the biggest business that you can do. That's the biggest. And this all happened in a pandemic. And what is my reason for this? To coach you and to tell you, stay true to your transformational journey. Even get on the journey. It's many people that laughed at me and talked about me. They never even knew I had the talents that I had. When I first met my husband, I was condemned to the royalest way possible. People picked and nicked and everything. But you know what? They never got a reaction that they wanted from me. They could never break me. And so that comes to you being able to have discipline. People, you stay disciplined. Let people talk about you. Let people laugh at you. Let people do whatever they want to do. You stay on your journey, because when you get angry, you're disrupted. When you get angry, it slows you down. And you have to remember, the same people that see you when they're up, you might see them when they're down and you're on your way up, because it doesn't last forever. It doesn't always, when God has you on a journey, you have to stay on the journey and you have to stay humble. And when God puts you in a position, because it's not your position and your position alone, it's to take other people with you. It's to help other people. You have people that just think it's all about them. And it's not all about one person. He will never give you anything to have in this lifetime if it's not bigger than you. And that's why some people never grow in life, because it can't be bigger than them, and they cut their own selves off. And that's one thing that you have to understand, what learning to move through barriers are. Learning what personal development is. Learning what business development is. Learning how to tie all of these things together. Learning how to be a builder. This is what you call building. This is what you call building. We went on vacation to North Carolina, and some people went with us. I had to take my computer. I had to take my podcast and stuff. And we were in a beautiful place. But I had to be in training for our state every single day. And once in the morning, once in the evening. And we had to do, they were like virtual conferences we had to do. I did them. It wasn't about I was on vacation. It was about what information I was going to learn. What things what could I actually continue to learn on this journey? So as people were doing what they want to do, I was sitting in front of my computer on vacation, and I didn't care. Hi, Charles, how you doing? I didn't care. I didn't worry about it, because that was still part of my journey. And so along that way, when we started going for our certification, state, city, and federal, they told us $6,000 just to help us get through it, for DBE, for MBE, for WOSBE, for all these are certifications. And they said I was looked at it and I said, well, how am I going to do this? I don't even understand it. So I started working with a procurement officer, and they said, don't pay anyone to do it for you. You have to learn it and understand it yourself. I got through that thing in 3 months, and the procurement officer said, you are the first one to ever get through the federal government this fast. I'd never seen it before. I said, well, I don't feel like that. I feel like a little bit lost. So I kept picking stuff up, putting it down. That's why you guys haven't seen or heard anything from me as much in this last quarter of 2020. In the last quarter of 2020, I was busy working on my certifications to do procurement. That's what I was doing, building my actual supply chain, and continuing to work on wellness, and continue to work on the podcasting, and continuing to work on the coaching, and continuing to get everything done. And I would cry, and my husband would say, you could do it, baby. If anybody, you can do it. And his believing in that we could do it is what made me get through it and do it, and understand the verbiage, and understand what was being said to me, and understand how to create a capability statement that they charge you $1,500 for, and then getting in bed with $1 billion company that said, we want to work with you. We want to be able to work with you. I said, then I kept telling people that knew me, I can't really talk about it right now. And so there's so much more on the horizon, but it starts with your transformational journey. It starts with you understanding that you've got to change some things. Hi, Twan, how are you doing? You got to change some things in order for you to get to the next level in life if you're stuck. You got to understand and know when you're stuck, why you're stuck, and how you got stuck, and how you're going to get unstuck. And sometimes it takes coaching. So I said to myself, if I'm doing all of this, I'm not going to have time to coach people one-on-one. But I have a message, and I understand where people are coming from and where they're trying to go. So I created the wellness platform. So the next thing I created, I went out and created a virtual workshop. Okay, with all kind of things, from transformation, from habit change, to eating healthy, to understanding your body, understanding the critter brain, understanding your brain stem, how it works, why we work the way we work as human beings, so that I could share myself with other people and continue on this journey and show people that it is possible, because I'm doing it. I'm continually reinventing what me and my husband and myself are doing. We have our talks. People wonder where we at, what we doing. We can't hang out. We can't go have fun with everybody else. We can't get on the phone. Our time is booked from the time we get up to the time we go to bed. People are saying, okay, what's going on with Keith? He hasn't been to work in 2 years. Keith has been building for 2 years. He's been building this business for 2 years. That's not so much as built. Well, then he got hurt. And so then from there, it's just been so much. He couldn't, then pandemic happened, so we couldn't build anymore. This was in the time that they're off. We couldn't build anymore. So we said, okay, I'm going to pivot. I'm going to continue to build. And so these are things, and we have not missed a beat. God has been good. Everything we needed or even thought we needed has been supplied to us. We never had to go out and feel that we weren't going to make it, because we kept making it happen. And the more that I saw people that were either losing loved ones, it hurt so bad. I cried. I think I cried mostly this whole month. Every time I looked at TV, I had to stop looking at TV, because I knew the holidays were coming, and it was going to be so many people that were going to be without their loved ones at the table. It was so many people that were this is going to be a horrible holiday for them. And I couldn't even put up a Christmas tree this year, because in good faith, I could not celebrate. I could not feel anything. I just felt numb, because I hurt so bad for the people that were hurting. And so I just couldn't. But I stayed on my journey. I stayed working in my office. I stayed developing. I stayed working on technology. I stayed working on supply chains. I stayed working. I refused to stop. And along the way, companies just kept saying, how can we work with you? And I just couldn't understand why they wanted to work. And I said, well, quit trying to figure out why. Stay on this journey. Continue to do what you are doing. And so in order for you to get on a journey, you got to get started. If it's something in your gut that just keeps on being there, it's something you need to do. And you can't be afraid to do it. You just need to do it. And just because one person shuts you down doesn't mean that there are barriers that you can't get through. If one door closed, go to the next door. Maybe that door wasn't meant for you to walk through in the first place. The door over on the other side was the door that you needed to walk through all along. Then you got very selfish people that you will encounter. And they believe, if I can't do it, you're not going to do it. Or if you can't, I'm not going to help you do it. And that very same person that doesn't want to help you do it might be the person that you would have reached back and got and brung along with now. That's the very person you would have brought with you. I remember when I started the CBD business, people thought I was crazy. They didn't want to do it. Well, here we are 2 years later, and still going, and still developing, and still doing our thing, and still got some other plans along the way. Okay, so from one dream of sitting in my home. And I remember one person told me, how could she give up everything she was doing to have nothing and just her husband support her? You didn't know if I had nothing. You didn't know what I had. And I humbled myself. It was people that were trying to handle business. I said, you know what? I'll babysit while you going. I'll take care of the kids. They weren't little kids, but, I had to give them myself so somebody else could be okay. I said, I'll do that. But now people look back and say, I didn't know she knew how to do all that. I didn't know she was capable of getting all this done. Sometimes you could stop your journey to help another person on their journey and they never even know it. That you're just really trying to help. You don't want anything from them. You don't need anything from them. You're just trying to help them. And a lot of people don't understand that kindness, human kindness, and, in a humanized way, being humanized to understand you're going to get your blessings all along, or whatever God puts in front of you, that's what's going to be in front of you, period. That's what's going to happen. You may get off the journey for a little bit, but you get back on the journey. Some people won't even start on the journey. Don't say, I shoulda, I coulda, I would have did it. Say, I did. That's a word that I'm going to tell you, that's a word that my grandbaby uses. And I got several of them, but one of them, and when she was born, they told her mother and her father that she was going to be developmental delayed before she was born. And her mother, they said, yes, we want our baby. And when we first seen her, she communicated with her eyes. Everything she did was with her eyes. And we had to understand and learn how to talk to her. And then the hospital and doctors set her up on sign language. I really want you to listen to this. They set her up on sign language. She's 2 years old. My husband, today she's 2. And my husband said before she was 2, he said, we need this baby to be with us because this baby want to talk and we're going to teach her how to talk. To this day now, she's talking, she's putting words together. You can't, I'm trying to figure out the people that teach her are saying, well, why are we teaching her? She's doing everything that a normal child would do. And she was born with it was genetics. And it's something that less than 100 children in the world have. So she was born with that. And her first words was, I did. And we were like, you did. And all of us were saying, you did, I did. And we kept saying it over and over because she was saying it. That's the first words that she learned was, I did. And you know what she was telling us? They said I couldn't, but I did. That's deep. They said I couldn't. So this baby today is sign languaging and talking. She's teaching us how to sign language because they had her in school. So this is what I'm saying. Don't ever count someone or anything out. And most importantly, don't count yourself out because you know why? You're the only one that has the key to unlock your journey and to go on your journey. You're the only one that can get there through habit change, through vision, through personal transformation, personal development. This is everything I just told you is transformation, personal development, habit change, getting on the journey, understanding there's a destiny there, understanding about your vision. And sometimes other people can see your vision better than you do. That's why other people were calling me and saying, listen, I got a plane landing and we've got over 2 million, 3 million in PPE. We need you in this with us. And I'm like, oh, okay. You understand what I'm saying? So you never know who's watching you. You never know who wants to work with you and see you as a go-getter and see you as a person that can accomplish. If we give this person this to do, they will accomplish it. And I told my husband, I said, I don't really know what's going on. And I would cry and he would just hold me. Wasn't that right, honey? Yes, there he is. There's my honey. And he would, let's see, can we fit both in here? Let's see, can we? Okay. And so I would cry because I didn't understand what was all going on. And then the people that I asked to work with, I just quit talking to people. I said, forget it. Just forget about asking anyone to come and do anything with us. Let's do it for ourselves. Let's do whatever we're doing. Let's just keep it close and do it ourselves. Then when I got on, I want to shout out to our cousin, Debbie Carroll, because then when we got on the supplier diversity division for our state, she had gotten an award. And she never knew we were one of the diversity people. She never knew. And because she has been in it years and years and years and years. So we applaud her for actually being in diversity with our state in Indiana. So these are things that really, when people see you and they see promise and they see that you're scratching at the door, then you start knocking at the door. Then when they don't hear you, start climbing up the windows. You start going in through you start coming in and saying, that name, I saw that name before. Let me check this out. Let me check this. Let's look at this company. It keeps coming across. I keep seeing it. It takes the mind 7 times to see something before it actually really resonates with people. So what I did is, a lot of people, are you still doing? Oh, absolutely we are. We're doing everything that we started off doing. It's a lot of other things that's been added in as we've come. And so these are the things that I want to tell you today. We've launched the Auspicious Wellness platform, the coaching platform, and trust me, it's power packed too. It is power packed. So we've launched that. And it's a lot that we're going to be doing in there to help people with personal development, people with coaching, people that are trying to get their breakthrough to that which is greater, trying to break through to what they need to do, some things in business, trying to give ideas, share things with them. I didn't say call me up on the telephone and think I'm just going to coach you through business, because a lot of it is already pre-created for things that we're working on and situations we've been in that we understand. So is a lot of it is from our own experiences as well. So what I'm saying to you is, what you do want to do is you want to get on your journey. If you want to get in bed and work, now I didn't say work with us because we don't do network marketing, but if you want to get in bed with us in terms of our coaching platform, go to our website. It's there. I'll see the information and I'll get back with you. But it's power packed, and we're going to come. I think we're going to do either 12 or 24 different programs, because it's just that much. And so I just wanted to share 2020 with you. I wanted to be able to share working through a pandemic feels like. It was hard. It was really, really hard for us. It was so hard because I was so hurt because people were leaving the planet. And so in our podcast, we started having people from all over the world listening. So our reach got bigger. We have Australia, we have Africa. We have the UK, we have Africa, we have Paris, we have China, other parts of Asia. We have the United States. When I last looked, we were in 7 countries. And I put it out on Facebook because anybody think I was lying. And then one day we launched our men's platform. And then we had, that went to 750. That went to 700 in 1 month of people downloading. A lot of people get that they get close to 1 million maybe in a day. They've been in it a long time. But mind you, we started in August, but now we're all over the world. So these are things that I want you to keep in mind. So when you don't hear from me for a while, I don't like doing Facebook Live, but when you don't hear from me for a while, trust and believe, when you do hear from me, you're going to be full. And so I hope I gave you some motivation for 2021. I hope that you listen to me. I hope that you understand. I'm not out here just looking for people to come and get on our platform. I'm telling you that we're sharing. We're sharing with you in the best way possible from experience of what we're doing, walking the walk and talking the talk. So with that being said, I really, really want to wish everybody a Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, everybody.
So we want to wish everybody a Happy New Year's, and thank you very much for being there for us in 2020. Blessings and greetings, season's greetings. Bye-bye.